Hello, hi, my name is Jess Marie. Welcome to Yesterday's Coffee Grounds, where I typically talk of things that I have going on in my life or things that I'm working through. And I just had a birthday pass yesterday, so I turned 26. Yay! Woohoo! Woo! Celebrate! Actually, there is no celebrating. It's more of a spiritual thing for me this year, and maybe years past than a celebration. It's the day before. It's that last day of being 25, where I was able to sit with my journal and read through it first thing in the morning and do some reflection of, okay, these are common themes that I've been writing about throughout the whole year, and I'm grateful where a year is a great amount of time. A year is a good time to see, is there change that's been made? Has there been progress that's been made? Or are we just kind of stagnant? Are we working through anything? And that's where journal writing for me is very valuable, because I can reflect. It's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I had this idea. I didn't even know I planted the seed. And now I'm coming back to it and it's like, yes, mama, yes. One of the common themes that I had more at the beginning of the year is this feeling, this heaviness that I'm living through my son. I'm putting all my energy into him. And that's where drinking started to really take over my life, because I was sad. I wasn't doing anything for myself. I was investing in him, teaching him ABCs. He's 2. He wasn't even 2 at this point. And he was trying to mumble ABC, 1, 2, 3, stuff like that. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Playing music, practicing colors, puzzles, all these things, getting him physically literate, helping him climb and do all these things. And I was not teaching myself. I was not nurturing my inner artist. And this is the year that I started to run. Running was the first thing I felt like I've really channeled into doing for myself for a while, where I can still take Levon with me and we can go for a jog, a run, whatever you want to call it. It's not a run, it's more of a jog. But we can go out to the forest together and take our shoes off together and connect with earth together and give thanks and have gratitude and live in the moment, right? I feel so connected in the moment, but once I come home, I feel like it's just, I stopped cleaning to film this video, right? I feel like I've just been living through him, doing the mom thing, and then lately I've had a really tough time taking care of the house, taking care of myself. I had to cut out chunks of my hair last week because I hadn't brushed my hair in a while. Oh, don't cry. I've been very emotional the past week or two, where I've been just releasing emotion. And I don't know if it's part of just realizing that I'm not the most kind that I want to be. I'm not the kind I want to be. I'm momentarily kind. I am conditionally loving. And I hold people to such a high standard that nobody can reach. I hold myself to a high standard that I can't reach. And I need to let go of that. I need to let go of those expectations of myself and of other people. But it's really hard because I can't relax. I can't calm down. I can't do anything when there's stuff and clutter all over the place. And I just needed to talk and film this right now because I was listening to Peter Mon. I was hearing him talk about his sobriety and his mom's sobriety, and I think they were about 6 months apart of their sobriety dates. And I was just getting teared up. I was like, I want to be sober so bad. And I think the hardest thing for me is I just don't want to limit myself. I have a hard time committing to, I want to be able to have a glass of wine with somebody. I want to be able to have a fun night with champagne every now and again. What if I go on vacation? I want to have a beer. I don't want to limit myself. I have a hard time committing to that idea of me being sober and me being happy sober. And it took a lot out of me to quit smoking cigarettes. And I've done a lot of things since quitting that have replaced that. Exercising every day, journaling every day, trying to read more often, and replacing those habits. But I still feel sad. I wish And I think what got me that Peter said is emotional sobriety is what he was talking about, and being emotionally mature. And I'm having a really hard time with that. And I don't want to go... I've talked to a counselor who's led me in the direction of another counselor who is going to refer me to somebody else. But I don't want to see anybody who's going to push pills on me. I don't want to... Because it's happened before, and it's not for me. And if it works for other people, that's great. That's awesome. That's your life. But for me, I cannot be dependent on pills. I can't be dependent on something that I can't grow or make myself. And because I've been living through Leave On With Happiness, trying to find happiness without just... And then I think I did this complete 360. Okay, compose yourself, mama. Compose. Okay. I think just doing this complete 360 where now I have a hard time even connecting with him and just sitting down and being attentive to have a tea party with him. I'm having a really hard time with that now, and it's like, why? I used to invest everything that I had into him, and now I'm having a hard time investing 10% of me into him. So trying to find this balance of Jess as a person, Jess as a mom, and Jess as somebody who holds responsibility. And what I mean by that is somebody who has a job, who has friends, relationships, and has a job or chores and stuff to do around the house, right? So balancing these three things and knowing that not every day it's going to be the same. It's not going to be the same 33.3%, 33.3%. You get the point. Some days it's going to be 20, 20, 60 or 80, 10, 10, right? And it's okay. It's okay. And with time, it'll become a lot easier, and I'll be able to accept that and not have the same expectations of myself. But I have such a high standard that I can never reach it. And I think that's where I just gave up last week, because I was just so spiritual. I don't even know where my spirit was last week. But I did not brush my hair. I did not exercise. I did not eat well. And I could not brush my hair. I tried putting coconut oil in it just to soften some of the knots. I had to cut my hair out. I couldn't brush it. It was just knotted so bad. And I think, I don't know if that's like part of burnout. I don't think it's burnout. Just emotional instability right now. But I think turning 25, I've come into this, or turning 26, I've realized that I've really neglected my emotional well-being, and it's something that I need to take care of, starting with my gut health. Believe it or not, that's where we create a lot of endorphins for the body. I think it's endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, and stuff that comes from the gut area. It doesn't come from up here. I'm almost positive. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But if you have a happy gut, if you have good active gut bacteria, so having stuff like sauerkraut that is prebiotic, dandelion root, prebiotic that feeds the probiotics that makes your gut healthy, stuff like that. And things that aren't going to kill it, like sugar, like stuff like that. Just making sure my gut's taken care of, because that's going to help balance out any emotions, wickety whack emotions that I've been going through. And I think also too, just being the age that I'm at, I feel like I've almost gone into teenage mode, where it's like, whoa, I'm having intense emotions that I don't know how to control. I've been very moody and temperamental and been very apathetic towards life, but still holding this high standard for everybody around me. Very confusing. And I need to balance myself a little bit more. And I guess that's where my thoughts were. My last day of being 25 is wanting sobriety. And that makes me really emotional to say. and finding balance in my life. I've been dreaming a lot more. I've been spending a lot of time in the mornings just reflecting on my dreams, understanding my dreams and what they can mean. And I've seen a lot of dreams this year about orcas and swimming with orcas, and I saw my first orcas this year and it was so special. It was so special. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to the version of myself at 25 years old. You are a beautiful creature and a little bit wild. You became a redhead during this time, and let that fieriness in you explode. Control your emotions, siphon that in. Make sure you understand how your tone and your energies will affect other people, and use that as your superpower. Don't use it freely. Control that, and you will blossom and you will shine, and you will not feel weeks of sadness almost unexpectedly or unexplainably. You'll be okay. You'll be okay because you are pure love. You are pure kindness. I am pure kindness, and I thank that version of myself of 25. And here's to the first official day of being 26. Whew. I needed that. So for anyone who made it this far, thank you so much. My name is Jess Marie, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Bye.